if you had an away game.
What do you know about Lady Gaga? I'm sure you've been asked that.
No, I haven't.
Why do I always come up with the dumbass questions? I'm sorry.
Lady Gaga.
Isn't she going to be down there or something?
I heard, yeah, she'll be playing for New Year's Eve.
So I don't know what I wouldn't know her from.
She's like pop music. I'm sure. You've heard her at some point, or heard a song. Maybe you just didn't know it. But she's pretty popular nowadays. She's been making a lot of hit singles, I guess.
Is she on your iPod?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
She is.
Seriously?
I have everything on my iPod.
All right.
I don't discriminate.
You guys going to that concert down there?
I don't know if we'll be going to the concert, but I mean, it's at the hotel. I'm sure we could find a way to look out the window or something. But I don't know. I haven't really planned my trip around the Lady Gaga concert. It's not really our focus right now.
Most likely player to end up on stage with her.
Most likely player.
I've got Darrell in the pool.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I'd probably go with Young Darrell. That's where my money's at. Definitely. Or Sash. I don't know. Maybe Darrell or Sash.
Sash? He strikes.
Maybe Pat. Pat might find a way to get out. Who knows? I don't know.
Wrap it up for the next 5 minutes.
I think Pat would probably have a security thingy on his back.
Exactly.
We'll get Matt Roth over there.
Yeah.
Have you gotten serious about Georgia Tech yet?
We've done.
Does that start today?
We've done a little bit here and there. Like I said, not too much right away because of the way we have our schedule set up, but just enough to where we're learning what they'll be doing in certain situations, and it's been a good dose because it's not everything thrown at you at once. That way you can learn it a little bit slower, and we want to keep the same pace that we've done for every other game because that's what everyone's used to.
How's your ankle? How are you doing?
Good. I've been back at practice for 2 or 3 weeks now, practicing full go, so that's not a problem anymore. Now we're just back to our normal routine with having all our guys healthy.
Coach O'Keefe talked about some of the ups and downs you had a little bit this year, and taking care of the ball was the biggest thing that he brought up. Do you feel that? I mean, do you feel?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's very evident. It's something that can be measured, and you can see it. So it's something that is obviously sticking out, and it's a point of emphasis for any quarterback, and it always has been for a long time. So that's obviously something that needs to be addressed, and it's something that is easy to see, so it's measurable, like I said, and that's something that you can work on, and you can, if you make improvements, you will see the measuring stick and how it's been improved. So that's something that we're worrying about, but at the same time, the season as a whole, we'll have to evaluate that more so at the end and how to fix things. But from here on out to the end of the next game, it's always a point of emphasis every week is to not turn the ball over. It gives you the best chance to win.
Yeah, he acknowledged though that they asked a lot out of you. I mean, you guys threw the ball more this year. You took more chances downfield than you have, and a lot of times he said a lot of times I was telling Ricky to what he's saying to hold on to the ball, be careful with the ball, but then throw it.
Yeah.
So you had some. You had a lot going in your ear.
Right. The way our offense is set up, it's kind of at times we'll take a lot of low percentage shots down the field that are tough to complete, but when you do, they pay off big, and that's happened. It's helped and it's hurted us. It's been a double-edged sword. We've done great getting a lot of plays down the field, but then of course we've had more interceptions than we had usually, and that's all up to me. There's not really anyone else to blame on that one, which makes it a little tough, but you have to learn how to deal with those things in the course of a game, and then how to deal with them at the end of the season, and how you can fix those things. And a lot of it comes down to just making decisions to move with your feet, not your hand, not your arm. And, there's a lot of little things, a lot of different plays that we could go back and look at them and find ways to improve them.
Well, one thing he really brought up, and you can kind of see this, is that the leadership that you've assumed this year, you passed that with flying colors, he said. Do you feel that too? I mean, do you feel like, I can look at Michigan State game, the final drive, that pretty much answers a lot of those questions.
Yeah.
Or any, if there was even there to begin with.
Right. Last year, when I was just starting, it's a different type of leadership role, and then once you've had the year of experience, then you're going in, guys will look to you for more leadership, so you have to display the amount of leadership that is expected. You don't want to be the guy talking when you haven't done anything yet, and at the same time you don't want to be too quiet when you should be in a vocal position. And so just trying to find that isn't really something that you have to search for. It's just something that comes natural for the seniors, for the guys who are in those positions. It's just stuff that you do without thinking. And these guys have been in positions of leadership for a while now. I mean, I'm sure everyone here who's been a leader now was a leader in high school, so it's something that you just kind of took a break from until you got back to that spot, and then you just picked it up as it happened.
That's got to be hard because there's that's one of those unwritten rule things.
Right,
You're like rookie, shut up in the huddle until you did something.
Yeah.
And how do you know? I mean, how do you know?
It's a feeling, and it's just when it feels right and when it'll just take over naturally, and you don't have to think about it. I think that's the best time to do it is when you feel comfortable, like that. What you say is going to mean something, then you'll say something. But
Right.
last year, I'm not saying anything because I haven't done anything yet, so I shouldn't have. So I didn't need to say anything. But this year, once you've played in a few games and you've won in big games, you have to assume that leadership role, or else no one is, because they're looking to you, and you might be looking for somebody else.
And when saying something, sometimes you've got to tell Balaga, big guys, that you probably, you might get in their faces a little bit. Is that part of saying something when you talk about that?
At times, I'm not.
I mean, not Brian specifically, but offensive
Right, I know
linemen.
what you mean. I mean, I'm not really a big yell at your player guy to get him going,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't want that done
Right,
to me.
right.
So I don't do that. I just kind of try to encourage everyone as a whole, or sometimes nothing to say. Saying nothing is just as fine. Depends on the situation, what's going on, but I'm not the kind of guy that's going to yell at a receiver for dropping a pass, or yell at a lineman for missing a block, because he knows that or they know that they missed it, and just like no one is yelling at me after throwing a pick, so it goes both ways.